Today I am going to discuss pass transistor used to implement various logic. Pass transistors are of two types. First, NMOS pass transistor. Second, PMOS pass transistors. Now we will see one by one each type of pass transistor. First, NMOS we know that MOSFET is a bidirectional device. That means the source and drain terminal can be interchanged. The schematic symbol of N-channel MOSFET is shown in the figure. Now, we know that to turn on the MOSFET, VGS must be greater than or equal to VTN, that is a threshold voltage. For all my discussion, I am going to assume VTN is equal to 1 volt and VDD is equal to 5 volt. So now let us see how exactly this NMOS pass transistor is going to work. We have a N-channel MOSFET. It has a 3 terminals: source, gate and drain. We know that it is a voltage on the terminal of going to decide whether the given terminal is source or drain. If the terminal is connected to the lower voltage in the circuit, then that terminal will be considered as source and the other terminal is going to be considered as drain. I am going to assume that 5 volt signal is applied on the gate terminal of the N-channel MOSFET and 5 volt we have applied as an input, and there is a load capacitor and the voltage across the capacitor VC is equal to 0 volt at the beginning. Now we need to observe few things. First, VGS is equal to VG minus VS. 5 volt minus 0 volt is equal to 5 volt, which is greater than threshold voltage VTN. VDS is equal to VD minus VS. So as I told you, the highest voltage terminal is considered as drain. So VD is equal to 5 volt and VS is equal to 0 volt initially. So initial VDS value is 5 volt. So we have all the necessary condition to have a flow of current. As ID flows, it is going to charge the capacitor and the VC is going to increase. As VC increases, VGS, that is equal to VG minus VS, is going to decrease because Vs also increases with Vg Vc. So let us assume that the voltage across the capacitor is going to be a 4 volt. So Vc is equal to 4 volt. Now for this particular condition, the value of VGS is equal to 1 volt, which is exactly equal to threshold voltage VTN. If we further want to charge the capacitor, then VGS will go less than VTN and transistor will turn off, and hence we can say that we wanted to pass a 5 volt signal, but instead of 5 volt signal we are getting 4 volt across the capacitor, 4 volt maximum voltage. Okay, so we can say that it is a degraded logic. Okay, instead of 5 volt we are getting only 4 volt. So we can say that an NMOS transistor or NMOS pass transistor passes weak logic 1 because we wanted 5 volt across the capacitor, that is Vc, but what we are getting is only 4 volt. Now let us talk, what if we apply input 0? So let us assume that again we have a n channel MOSFET and the gate terminal is connected to 5 volt, source is connected to 0 volt, and I assume that by anyhow I am able to store a 5 volt signal in the capacitor at the beginning. So 5 Vc is equal to 5 volt. So first thing I can say that the terminal 5 volt terminal is known as drain, 0 volt terminal is known as source, and gate we know it is very easy to find. So now we have VGS is equal to VG minus Vs is equal to 5 volt minus 0 volt is equal to 5 volt, and it is never changing. It is always fixed because the voltage at source is not going to change. Now we will see the VDS. So VDS at the beginning, that is VD minus Vs is equal to 5 volt minus 0 volt is equal to 5 volt. Now there will be a discharge current, so capacitor is going to discharge. So voltage across the Vc decreases, okay, and this decrease has no effect on the VGS. Okay, so transistor is always on, and when the capacitor is going to fully discharge, we can say that we will get Vc is equal to 0 volt. So we are giving an input 0 volt and we are getting output 0 volt. Okay, alternatively we can say that NMOS pass transistor passes strong logic 0. Strong logic 0, because we have applied 0 volt as an input and we are able to transmit that 0 volt to the capacitor. At this point, we are familiar with the working of NMOS pass transistor, and we know that NMOS pass transistor passes strong logic 0 and weak logic 1. Now let us see the various configuration of NMOS pass transistor, and let us guess what will be the output. So take one NMOS pass transistor which is connected with the other NMOS pass transistor as given in the circuit. Let us have 5 volt signal on both the gate terminal of the transistor. Now let us assume that we apply 5 volt as an input, and here our objective is to find what is going to be the maximum voltage across the capacitor, that is Vc. So we have VGS greater than threshold voltage, and hence transistor, let's call T1, is in on state. So a drain current is going to flow, and I assume a virtual capacitor over here. So this virtual capacitor is going to store a voltage 4 volt across it, because if we increase the voltage beyond 4 volt, the transistor T1 will go off due to VGS less than threshold voltage. Now if this 4 volt I want to pass to the capacitor, we can pass fully 4 volt to the capacitor Vc. Here if I am having 4 volt across the capacitor Vc, then also the transistor T2 is having a VGS T2 is greater than VTN and hence transistor is on. So we can conclude that if we connect n number of transistor in this fashion, we will have one drop of Vt at the final output. So I want to say that if all the gates are connected to 5 volt and here we apply the voltage VDD, which I have assumed as a 5 volt, the final output at terminal Y will be VDD minus VTN. Now let us see the second configuration of pass transistors. Now here also I will have two NMOS pass transistor, but this time the drain terminal or one of the terminal of pass transistor is connected to the gate terminal of other pass transistor, and here on the transistor T1 we have applied gate voltage as a 5 volt and the input voltage is also 5 volt. So voltage across the gate capacitor of transistor T2 is going to be VDD minus VTN, that is equal to 4 volt. Now let us assume that if we apply an input of 5 volt at the drain terminal of transistor T2, the source terminal will have the maximum voltage across it will be Vg minus Vt, and that is going to be 4 volt minus 1 volt is equal to 3 volt. So here we can see that if we connect transistor in this fashion, we have a 1 Vt drop with each transistors, and hence we avoid such type of configuration. Now we have seen two configurations of NMOS transistor with 5 volt or logic 1 as an input. In this video we will see both the configuration with input 0, and we will see what is going to be the output voltage. So now let us see that we have two pass transistors connected as shown in the figure. Both the gate terminal are connected to 5 volt, that is VDD, and we apply input voltage 0 volt. Here we have a capacitor connected at the output, and let us assume that the voltage across the capacitor is Vc. So again, between the two transistors we will have a virtual capacitor, let us call C. So here the VGS of the transistor T1, VGS T1 is equal to 5 volt minus 0 volt is equal to 5 volt. So this 0 volt will completely discharge the capacitor C, and a 0 volt will be stored across the capacitor C. This terminal, let us call point X, will act as a source terminal for transistor T2, and for transistor T2 VGS T2 is equal to 5 volt minus 0 volt is going to be 5 volt, and hence transistor is always on, and this will completely discharge the capacitor, and the voltage across the capacitor Vc is going to be 0 volt. Now we will see the second configuration. So in the second configuration, let us assume that we have a circuit as shown in the figure. The gate terminal of transistor T1 is connected to 5 volt or VDD. The source terminal of transistor T1 is connected to 0 volt. The drain terminal of transistor T2 is connected to 5 volt. 5 volt or 0 volt doesn't matter, and we have a load capacitor at the output, and let us call this capacitor voltage Vc, which is initially I am assuming it 0 volt. Now as transistor T1 is on, so this 0 will pass to the drain terminal of transistor T1, and the gate transistor and the gate of transistor T2 will store 0 volt. Now the VGS of transistor T2 is less than VTN, and hence transistor T2 will be always off. So the voltage across the capacitor is going to be 0 volt, or whatever the previous stored value in the